Have you ever experienced this strange moment where your whole day feels normal, even manageable, but the moment you lie down at night, your mind suddenly refuses to slow down? The lights are off, your body is tired, your eyes want to close, yet your thoughts feel sharper than ever. Old memories return without warning, conversations replay with painful clarity, small mistakes feel heavier than they should, and future worries start lining up one by one. You're not actively trying to think, but thinking happens anyway, and the more you want sleep, the more distant it feels. If this happens to you, there is nothing wrong with you. This is not weakness, and it is definitely not failure. From a psychological point of view, this is a very human response, especially in people whose minds are naturally reflective, emotionally aware, and deeply observant. Nighttime overthinking is not random chaos. It has a reason, a pattern, and a meaning behind it. During the day, your mind is busy responding to the outside world. Noise, people, responsibilities, movement, and constant stimulation keep your thoughts directed outward. Your brain stays occupied solving visible problems, making decisions, reacting to situations, and maintaining control. But night removes all of that. The world gets quiet. There is no one asking questions, no task demanding attention, no distraction pulling your focus away. And when external noise disappears, the mind turns inward. Psychology explains that the human brain does not simply stop when activity ends. It switches modes. At night, when you are resting physically, the brain activates internal processing systems that focus on memory, reflection, imagination, and emotional evaluation. This is why thoughts at night often feel deeper, more personal, and more emotional. Your mind finally has the space to bring forward everything that stayed unresolved during the day. People who overthink at night often carry unprocessed emotions without realizing it. Throughout the day, they function well. They stay composed, responsible, and emotionally controlled. They delay their feelings, telling themselves they will deal with them later. But emotions do not disappear when ignored. They wait, and nighttime becomes their moment to surface. This is why overthinking at night is rarely about logic alone. It is about feelings that never got the chance to be felt properly. The darkness itself plays a role. When visual stimulation reduces, the brain amplifies internal signals. Thoughts feel louder, closer, and more intense. The bed, which is supposed to represent rest, becomes a space where the mind feels unguarded. Defenses lower, control weakens, and the brain feels free to wander. The same thought that feels manageable during the day can feel overwhelming at night, not because it changed, but because your mental environment did. Many people who overthink at night share certain psychological traits. They tend to be sensitive to meaning, deeply empathetic, and highly self-aware. They replay conversations not because they enjoy suffering, but because they care about impact. They analyze situations not because they want control, but because they want understanding and safety. Their minds are trained to notice details others ignore. This awareness is a strength, but at night, without structure, it can turn against them. Another important factor is the illusion of problem solving. At night, the brain believes that if it just thinks long enough, it will finally fix everything. It keeps replaying scenarios, imagining outcomes, and preparing responses that may never be needed. Psychologically, this creates a false sense of control. Thinking feels productive, even when it's not helping. Overthinking becomes the mind's attempt to protect you, even though it ends up exhausting you instead. Sleep requires surrender. Overthinkers struggle with surrender, not because they are controlling, but because their minds learned early that staying alert was safer than relaxing. Many grew up having to be emotionally aware, responsible, or cautious. Their brains adapted by staying active, anticipating problems before they happened. At night, when the body wants rest, the mind stays on guard, scanning for unresolved issues. This is not a conscious choice, it is a learned pattern. Over time, this pattern takes a toll. Lack of mental rest leads to emotional fatigue, reduced focus, irritability, and a sense of constant tiredness that sleep alone doesn't fix. The mind never truly shuts down, and the person starts feeling drained without knowing why. This often leads to self-judgment, where people blame themselves for not being able to just sleep like everyone else. But psychology makes one thing clear: fighting your mind only makes it louder. Telling yourself to stop thinking doesn't work. Judging your thoughts gives them more power. Forcing sleep increases anxiety. The brain responds to pressure with resistance. What actually helps is reassurance. The mind needs to feel heard, not silenced. When thoughts are acknowledged instead of fought, their intensity naturally decreases. Writing thoughts down, gently naming emotions, or creating a calming nighttime routine signals safety to the brain. It tells the mind that it doesn't have to solve everything right now. Overthinking at night does not mean your mind is broken. It often means your mind is active, perceptive, and deeply human. It means you notice life on a deeper level. But depth without rest becomes heavy. The goal is not to erase your thoughts, but to change your relationship with them. Your mind is not your enemy. It is tired from carrying too much alone. If your nights are loud, it doesn't mean you are failing at rest. It means you are holding unspoken emotions, unanswered questions, and unexpressed thoughts. And the night, with all its silence, gives them room to speak. Be gentle with yourself. Your mind is not trying to hurt you. It is asking for understanding. If this made you feel seen, take a moment to like this video. If you know someone whose nights feel heavier than their days, share this with them. And if you want more psychology that explains the human mind in a way that actually makes sense, subscribe to the channel. You don't need to fight your thoughts to find peace. Sometimes understanding them is enough.